Yeah, that in the pure water. Pure water, you pa that I want dinner. I want the idea when you're lucky. What about a Bluetooth designer? Bluetooth arm.
This is Eric, and welcome to Ghana Bakweku YouTube channel, where we document the building process for our dream home in Ghana, West Africa. We hope that you find the content we share helpful, encouraging, and hopefully educating as well. Welcome again to the channel. Welcome back for our return subscribers. Thank you so much for being part of this family. For those who haven't subscribed yet, please do us a favor, hit the subscribe button, toggle on all post notifications, so that when we bring new content, you'll be one of the first to be notified. Thank you. So a friend of mine sent me this video during the week, and it basically reminded me of a painful time during our building process when our wires got stolen. If you haven't seen that video yet, I've added a link up here for you to take a look at. Watch the video. There are a series of videos that I did on our process, and like this happens way too often, and it's unfortunate because these guys steal these wires and then sell it for peanuts, compared to the time and effort that was spent by builders or homeowners in trying to get electricity to their site. Now, we're not the only people who do this has happened to. There are videos on in the YouTube space. A couple of names come to mind: Tilly to the Top, Diary of a Yummy Mummy. A couple of people who I know suffered a similar fate. I've probably forgotten some of other people, but do a search on YouTube. You'll find videos of people, breaking into houses and stealing electrical wires, cutting off electrical wires, like happened to us. If you have not gotten there yet, the question is, what can you do to prevent, being, falling into that predicament that we fell into? And thinking about it, these are a few things that I could think about, right? If you have someone present on site, someone you can trust on site all the time, it basically causes or creates this sense of presence on the site that people are afraid to come and try and come and steal. The reason is this: most of these guys, as you can see, this guy in this video, these are petty thieves, right? He's just scraping to find some quick money. He's not this detailed thief or whatever. But if they realize that someone is on site pretty much all the time, on the premise pretty much all the time, they will not, make an attempt to go and steal. Another thing that you can try to do is to have, motion activated lights. We have a lot of them are like solar powered, so you can have motion activated lights. Install them in vantage places on the premise, so that when the light comes on, at least it gives them the illusion that someone is there or someone might see them, right? Another thing is fencing, right? If you have a good security fence, or sorry, a perimeter fence, you can't quite do security fence yet because it's electrical, right? Unless you wanted to do solar right away. But if you have a good wall, a tall enough wall, it'll prevent some people from trying to get over. Once again, it's a deterrent, right? You're not going to be able to get rid of every attempt, but at least if you get rid of 9 out of 10 of them, then you are in a good place, right? Also, you can think about posting signs, warning signs, if people can read. One thing that I know that I've seen in places is sometimes they'll put like a military person's name, right, on a sign saying that this premise belongs to this person, or if you see someone doing something, call this military officer with their rank, and it kind of scares people off, right? Another thing is to make sure that people who are not supposed to be there do not get on site, right? Keep the place, keep access restricted to only people who are supposed to be there, and make sure you know who is going there, and then they're recording to you when they left. Another one might be you can involve your community. If you have good neighbors around you, you can let them know, hey, I don't have anyone on site, but I'm doing my electrical. So if you don't mind, keep an eye on here for me. Other things that you can do will probably be, if like we talked about, motion activated lights, you can also do solar security system, right? You can put a security camera that you can manage from anywhere over the world. You can put some things on the side. I'm not saying that having these videos will help get your materials back, but hopefully it will deter someone, right? If someone sees that you have these things on site, probably they will not try because they don't want to get caught, right? Like I said earlier, a lot of these guys are just petty thieves, right? Trying to make a quick buck. As you heard in the in the video, this person selling this thing is probably gonna not make more than 1,000 Ghana cedis from it, right? Less than $100 from all of this. Meanwhile, the person spent upwards of 30,000 just for the wires, right? And that's a problem. Hopefully, we can get to a point where these things are not rampant anymore. I know people have said in the past that a burglar proof is enough to deter people from getting in, but we've seen cases where burglar proofs have been cut. People have gone into the building to steal wires, even though there's burglar bars in place. And sometimes it's an inside job, right? So it comes back to, do you trust the person? Are they honest enough that they will not let something like this before you, or they will not even connive with the thief to come and steal so they can split the spoils. And if you have any other things that you think we could consider adding as ways to protect ourselves from people who haven't done it yet, protect themselves from cable electrical wire theft, please put them in the comments, and someone might learn from it, right? If you did something that worked for you, please share it in the comments, and hopefully someone else doesn't befall what you went through, right? I wish everyone well on this building journey. There are things that will happen. Be encouraged. You're going to be able to finish what you started, as long as you are consistent. Nothing can stop you. I believe in that, right? I believe that whatever we started, we can finish, right? All it takes is some dedication, and hopefully, as you do this work going forward, you are able to siphon the bad employees from the good ones, right? And then keep the good ones around, right? You never know. The relationships that lifelong relationships that you might form on this journey, right? I wish you guys again, I wish you all the best. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, please do us a favor and hit the subscribe button. We're on a search to get into 900. I'm excited to see where we go. We get to our first 1,000, which would be, really, really fun to see. Thank you guys for being part of the journey. I appreciate all of you. I appreciate the comments. I appreciate the shares. Let's finish these buildings. Thank you. Bye-bye.
And the rasta the baby, rasta the baby, rasta the baby, rasta no, rasta the baby, rasta the baby, the baby rasta na mama. Oh, rasta the baby, rasta the baby nene. Ebe so ya kwa pa. See you next time. On your side in the view. The Java because of the bay. Pentecost. Pentecost. You may share the boy pastor. But this over why you are 2 years behind a normal. Nobody be saying answer. You have to watch them, you have a 7 bow. Swat it. But I pure